welcome to Reeser Stadium and to OBN TV. We are excited to be back in front of the best fans in the country as the Beavs enter tonight's game against San Diego State 2-0. Tonight, we focus on a group of men who played on this very field nearly 30 years ago, and they're back on campus in honor of their coach, Dave Kragthorpe.
Part of Beyond Football, frankly, is reaching back to our former football players. And we'd had a couple reunions in the past. There was a wonderful Andros reunion in 1996, a Fiesta Bowl reunion about 5 years ago, and then there was a Jerry Pettibone reunion 3 years ago. And it seemed very logical, a fine group of players from 1985 to 1990, the Kragthorpe era, would be a great group to bring back to campus, Matt, and that's basically was the embryo of the idea. And we're just delighted that so many of them are coming back. I just hope they rekindle lots of good memories and lots of times together through thick and thin. These guys have really hung in there, and I got to tell you, this group is very, very tight. They have stayed in touch. Maybe that's a social media phenomena, but they care about each other. There's a caravan right this minute, about 18 guys coming down from Seattle in a number of cars, and they're all coming down together. So I hope the connectivity, getting to know their spouses and their kids, and many of them have kids now that are approaching high school or already in high school. Well, I think it's just vitally important. It's imperative that we continue an outreach to our former athletes. They paid the price when they were here. They did a great job, and they've gone on for the most part and been great citizens in their communities, family guys, husbands, fathers, and so it's just so important to get them back on campus, experience what Beaver football is all about now, and bring them back and show them what we're able to do, because we need everyone's support to make this thing happen.
Oh, it's outstanding. And so several of us were out last night just going back on the old times, and we said, you know, the time just goes so fast. You've got to stop and do these things, because before you know it, I mean, this is 20, 25 years ago. And so I've been looking forward to it for a long time, and I never miss this. And I hope we do another one 10 years from now. Just love to get in touch with the guys again, you know, make contacts, find out what's going on, and you know, and then enjoy the weekend, have some fun, and you know, something else happens too, is that you start to talk to each other about families and business and everything else, and you network just like you do on, you know, LinkedIn or Facebook, and these kinds of things. The same things happen. So your guys are helping out other guys, and it's great to see Coach and his wife. They look fantastic, and I just hope that Beavers get a victory tomorrow. And we start 3-0, and let's go. You know, it's interesting because at first when I finished playing, the first running out on the field was just invigorating. I mean, it was outstanding. It felt so great. And the crowd and everybody in Oregon is so supportive, and I loved it. I loved every minute of my time here. And in fact, we were talking last night that and we went around the table and everybody shared a memory, and we said, you know, almost everything good about my life has some contact to Oregon State. And so as I've gotten older, and a lot of these guys, we have kids and families now, you know, we pass that on, and it's true. You know, you don't realize it when you're a player, that the relationships that you build here and your experiences stay with you forever. And it's, you know, you don't see it at the time, but man, it really is interesting now that we get older.
It brings back some of the greatest times in my life, in terms of the friendships you make and the stories you tell and the experiences you had. And it's really great to come back and see how everybody's turned out. Well, again, it's not only Coach Kragthorpe, but the staff, the trainers, the weight, the conditioning. You know, we all have relationships with them, and it's great to see them. And I haven't seen them in many years, and you pick up right back where you left off. It's always good to see progress. You know, the kids today have it really good, and we all agree that boy, the kids don't know how really good they have it now. You'd like to think you have a little bit of part in it, building it to where it is today. You know, just seeing all the facilities grow, it's amazing what happens over the course of 20, 25 years. Good times, good laughs, and a lot of smiles. It's good to see a lot of good people.
Well, the last time I came through Corvallis, and if I get close, I usually stop. Got some friends that I always see and things like that I've worked with here. I'd say it's 2 or 3 years since I've been back. So I've seen the indoor facility. I had not seen the basketball practice facility or the weight room and those things, but I've kind of kept up, and of course I think the south end zone is also new to me. But I have seen some of the developments, and certainly the east side of the stadium and those things. Oh, unbelievable. You know, they tell me that there's approaching 30,000 students, and you know, there aren't too many universities that are growing that fast. They're spreading out, you know, get satellite places and all those kinds of things, but this is a place that enrollment just keeps going up. New buildings all over the place. We took a tour around the campus this afternoon, and I've never seen so many buildings on any campus going up simultaneously. Somebody must have some money in Oregon. I think it's tremendous. You know, it's I think a tribute to our coaching staff, the guys that worked with us, and the administration and so forth, and all throughout the building, the people that work for Beaver Club and the people that's in the ticket office, all wonderful people here at Oregon State. And I think that's a tribute to all of those, that the players who were here during tough times still have a feeling for this place, and that means they had a good experience in spite of the fact that it was very difficult at that time. Well, I think I can almost already say it, and we're just getting started, and that is that it's going to be very pleasant, and we're going to win tomorrow, and that'll put a little icing on the cake. But just the experience and the fact that 65 players have come back, and this group of players, and that's what I take some pride in, not the personal accomplishment or anything like for myself, but just pride in the kind of kids we had and recruited, is that they tell me that anytime there's an occasion, a golf tournament or whatever it may be, the players that were in our era are the best. The attendance percentage is the greatest in our group. And you know, that really says something, because we weren't competing for conference championships and we didn't go to any bowl games, obviously, in the 6 years that I was here. And so I think, you know, there must have been something special about some of the things that they experienced here to have them feel that way, and it's really positive. I've seen situations where people didn't want to come back at all, you know, so that really makes me feel good.
We hope you enjoyed your look into the Kragthorpe Reunion. We look forward to bringing more insight into future Oregon State game days. You can find this video at youtube.com/Our Beaver Nation. We want you to become a member of Our Beaver Nation. To learn more, visit OurBeaverNation.com. If you're already a member, thank you for your support of OSU Athletics. And as always, go Beavs!